众大家好，欢迎收看今天的独立特派员，我是陈庭玉。原本今年要实施的募兵制宣布2年后再上路，这对6万多名民国82年12月31号以前出生的役男将会产生重大的影响，因为他们又得当兵了，而且也让军训课变得非常抢手。国防部表示，他们推动募兵制的目标不变，而且会向行政院来争取提高志愿役的待遇，增加诱因。不过薪水高一点，就会招募到优秀的人才吗？独立特派员继美国大兵报道，实地观察他们怎么招募新人，又如何把新兵操练成有战绩又有荣誉感的军队后，再次到以色列采访他们的兵役制度。四面楚歌的以色列在地理历史上是个孤岛，饱受威胁。他们也始终实施义务役，也是世界上唯一女性也要服役的国家，可以说是全民皆兵。而服兵役被塑造成年轻人自我改造、迈向成熟人生的必经过程，准备当兵变成年轻人的大事。独立特派员是头一个进入以色列采访军事训练的台湾媒体。当兵前，以色列年轻人要怎么准备来服兵役呢？我们从他们的当兵补习班看起。
傍晚时分，当台湾许多高中生忙着去补习的时候，以色列有些高中生却在海边沙漠地一起活动，为的是当兵时能获得期待的职缺。
What do you want to do?
Special forces.
Special forces.
I think even if it wasn't compulsory, I'd want to do it because I think I get so much. Well, I will get so much from doing it because I think I'll become a better person from it. So, and that's also why I train. So, I expect a lot of difficult situations, and I want to learn how to overcome them and become a stronger person, a more developed and advanced person, I think.
只要能冲山头，就是以色列国防军首选精英吗
？Faces constant danger, threats, and enemies that lay in wait for Israel and the Jewish people.
以色列青年18岁要当兵。
In Israel, boys for 3 years and girls for about 2 years. The main idea is to let the young people understand today, when they will be 18 years old, graduate high school, now it's their turn to take the responsibility of defending the country on their shoulders. Because yesterday my parents did it, later I did it with my friends, and now young people, it's your turn. So in order to do it, not just by orders, but by understanding the mission of being a soldier in a mandatory military organization, we try to share with them the basic knowledge of the region, of the history, of the outside threats on Israel.
为强化战力和尊重服役者的意愿，所以要尽力适才适所。
We all the time we used to say that the tank is very, very important, and also the plane is important, but it's nothing more important than the human resource. I mean, you have to reduce it by technology, and technology and human resource are the two secrets of IDF. But human resource, it's much more important than everything.
所以将要服役的前3年，军方会通知来营区接受测试。
They don't ask you what you want to do. That you get a paper you get a mail to your house, a letter, which there you write what you want to do. They test what you could do, like what is your quality as a soldier.
This is also the biggest one. About your family and your social life and your friends, your school. What do you want to do? I don't know, everything about to know you.
When you start high school, you start thinking about army, usually. I want to be in the Navy's commando, That's it so far. Next year is most of the tests are next year.
阿莫已经多方打听测试的内容，除了现实笔试，还有团体活动观察。
They also look at how you react to everything, how you react to the people there that you never met before, how you work as a team. I know my friend, for example, he helped a lot of people who wanted to quit, and he pushed them a little, and that gave him a lot of points. And they want you to get physically tired, just have dead, and then they want to see how you act.
Yes.
还有兵科测试，一位青年因为已经加入突击队，不便露脸，由好友阿莫代替分享测试的经验。
If they'll throw up because of the movement, because you can't, in order to be in the Navy commando, you can't have motion sickness. And after that, they gave them a situation. Let's say they're looking for terrorists, let's say, and then there's a Arab woman. And they found an Arab woman, and that's pregnant. And then they asked her, "Are there any terrorists in the area?" And then she said no. And then a few seconds after that, the whole unit was killed. If you were the unit that came after them, what would you do? One, kill the Arab woman, the pregnant Arab woman. Two, take her for questioning. Or three, leave her alone.
Yo!
以色列国情特殊，建国以来非常重视经营军队。
The political situation in Israel is fragile by the meaning that we have peace agreements only with two nations, that Jordan and Egypt, and we still don't have peace agreements with Syria, with Lebanon, with Saudi Arabia, with Iraq, and so on. So we still must be on alert. That's why the Israeli military system is still a mandatory one.
年轻人通常先尽责，让国家安全无虞，才规划下一步念大学或谋职。
And after months of intensive training, he is about to embark on a 55-kilometer march as part of his final.
义务役薪水一个月约4500台币，并不多，但当兵被视为人生重要的成长阶段。
There are lots of ways nowadays that you can make a big difference in the army, and not only in fighting squads like Navy or pilots. Also, people who go to high-tech jobs in the army, they can make a lot of difference, like intelligence and flying non-pilots.
UAV.
UAV, yeah.
I was a commando in the army. I'm 23 and I joined the army 18. And I think that it's also very important to save our country, but it's also a great experience for me. First of all, you can't tell or know anything about the world if you don't experience it in yourself. And when you go to the army and you see other people and I don't know, when you see Arabs or Bedouin or other parts of the society, you can talk about them really, and you can just talk about them without knowing them.
由于服役可以充实自己，加上爱国心，许多人全力争取最有挑战和最有贡献的职缺。
My cousin story started like this. He wanted to be a fighter in the Israeli army, but they said there is no place for more soldiers, for more fighters. He said, but I insist, I did not come to the Israeli army to be an official, to sit in an office. He said, I came to protect this country. And they said, but there is no place, you must go, this is the army orders. He said, I don't care about the orders. I came to the army to fight. And they said, if you are not listening to us, the army law says that we send you to prison. He said, so I rather stay in prison and I will not go to be sitting in an office. And they said, okay, they put him in arrest for one night, and the day after in the morning they said, are you still insisting to go to be a fighter, or you like to listen to us? He said, I'm not listening to you. I only came to be a fighter, and I'm gonna fight our enemies and terrorists. I did not come to sit on the chair, to warm up the chair. So they said, okay, now you can go to be a fighter.
这位青年退伍到大学进修财务管理，以后成为杰出的银行经理。
Somebody have a very good motivation and he loves his country, and he's even ready to sacrifice his life for the country, nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop this kind of people. You know why? Because it's not only the motivation of being in the army and defend our country. It's also the army is making you stronger and more a mature person. He knows that by the age of 18 and a half, a life of people is under his hands. You know, if he's making mistakes, people can pay with their life for his mistakes. Like, you know that in the Israeli army, 19 years old soldier is already taking 20 other 18 years old soldiers to make an ambush for terrorists in our borders.
时至今日，还是有许多人全力争取服役职缺。
Fighter is dangerous, you know.
I know, and I only want to go there.
If they want to go to the Navy, they will do everything to go to the Navy. They don't see an eyes. They go there or die or something like this.
因此，在军队考核前要设法达到军队期待。一种选择是去念有从军预备班的学校，例如在海法学生4000人自费就读的私立 Raleigh 中小学和附设幼稚园。
I came to this school because I heard about it from my friends. She told me it's a very good school and this studies here in very high level. I study biology and diplomacy. In the school, we always talk about the army because when we're 18 years old, for me next year, we're going to be in IDF. We're going to serve in the IDF. And it's very important for us because we live in a country that is, the army is a huge part of it.
在此，学生从小讨论为何而战。
We try to share with you history and to ask together many questions. Could it be different? How could we make life better here? What will you contribute to the military service when you will go into uniforms? How can you do it using your best capabilities and personality into it? It's not only theoretical lessons.
教学务实，考虑军事需要。
I make the physical training and the mentally training to be a good soldier. And when I said good soldier, that's everything they want to do, they can do. Not only in the special units, and even in the all what they want to.
为了预备做最棒的义务役士兵，坊间还有补习班。
现在在我后面的这一些是高中毕业生，不是军人。他们现在正在做的是一个自我训练，因为如果他们的身体够好，他们就有资格争取到他们想要去的部队。所以他们正在做这个训练，这个没有谁强迫他们，是他们自己要来，还要找老师来做。
每人月付3000台币，每周上课4次，希望圆梦。
I want to go in the Navy SEALs, like Navy SEALs in America, but this in Israel. Navy SEALs, it's called the Commando Yami, Shayetet 13, and I wish I will get here. They want very good shape and strong mentally, and this is what they look for, and I hope I have this.
How you show the IDF you have very good mental is qualified go to the SEAL?
I'm never give up.
I want to be captain, you know?
Captain?
Captain, anyway.
Yeah, what they will ask you if you want to do a captain, as you know?
I need to be smart and tough. Since I was a little child, I go to the sea with my dad and she tell me all the story. in the Navy.
这个补习班27年来7000人参加过。
The logo means that first of all you're not alone. You're doing all your achievement together, and the purpose of this logo means that you're climbing up. I mean, this is excellence character that you have to develop. I mean, we are all the time want to go up. Okay, and there's no way down, only up.
轮流以担架抬同学，运用海边地形限时锻炼身心。
It's too hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's okay.
But unbelievable, but you can. Yes, we can. In Israel, we are fighters.
Now you're taking your group. You're taking your group, and there's a competition until the end of the hill. Okay? You have to work as a group. The last one is counting. Okay? Not the one who's passing the line. The last one of the group. Understand?
Yeah.
好不容易抵达终点，继续是讨论和省思。如犹太谚语所说，世界上最聪明的人是愿意向所有人学习的人。
Now they are doing a cool down. Okay, first of all the drinking, and then we're choosing the one who was the best. They are going to choose them, and then in the end they have to do to ask themselves to answer two questions. First of all, you have to answer what was the best, the good thing that you did in practice, and secondly, what is the things that you have to improve. I told them this practice wasn't too tough, too difficult. Yes, because last week they did 20 kilometers travel on the beach with a stretcher. This was very difficult. So now this week we take the pressure down, and so this was easy practice. Yes, and in Wednesday we are getting back to the course and going to start work hard. I emphasize them the importance of teamwork, that you have to work together, and every time you have to think, not only work your muscle, think what can I do, how can I give something to the group. I mean, don't think about yourself.
服役和读大学都是成长，但欧海认为先服役非常值得。
I think I'll have time to go to university as well afterwards, and I can do both things. And I think later on in life, when I'll maybe be in a difficult situation, then I think I'll have better tools to deal with it, and get more out of myself.
这种课程从1年到3年不等。
This is only part of the things, because everywhere we are getting into a class and they hear lectures about the army, about the possibility. They have to choose. I mean, in Israeli, the army is very important, but you don't know anything. You learn math and Bible, etc., but you don't know anything about the army. Much more than this would teach them to know their body, how to keep their health in a good condition, what to eat, how to set goals. And nutrition is very important because, when you're putting the gas in the car, this is the way the car will go.
当兵前预备活动，许多人耳熟能详。
I have a son. He was going after school. After he graduated school, he went to gym every day, and once a week he went to the beach, like at 5 o'clock in the morning, when it's very, very early, and there's sandy sandy places with, like sandy mountains. So he climbed and go down, and he climbed and go down. So he will be in good shape that he could get into the special units he wanted.
In our school especially, but in most of the Israeli schools, we learn the nation by walking, step by step walking. From the Upper Galilee, southwards down to Eilat, to the southern point of Israel. They go by feet. It's not just excursions or travel by bus, and we don't sleep in hotels. The students will sleep in tents in the field at night, listening to the noise of night, watching the stars, because we want them to feel it's their land, it's their country.
Go! 付钱得到专业指导很幸运，经济情况不好的也有机会。一个叫阿哈赖的非营利机构，中文意思是跟从我，专门帮助社经地位低、有家庭问题或学习有障碍的青少年重建自我形象，补强学识和社会参与的能力。
Before he was in Aharai, he didn't volunteer at all. When he started to be in Aharai, he started to volunteer in hospital or Gaalak, in a lot of companies or something like that.
阿哈赖也举办服役预备活动。
If we will not do this, nobody will defend us. That's why we must do this.
2000多人在耶路撒冷郊外野营。
They know that in the army they're going to face a lot of challenges. So this is a very great challenge that they have to face. They have to walk around 10 kilometers at night after they didn't sleep a long time, and they have to pick up stretchers. So they feel that this is a good preparation, and they learn how to work as a group and to, take care of each other. This is a very great challenge that they have to face.
半夜起床预备夜游，他们了解军队测试的期待。
When we are tired, we must go harder and faster. Never give up.
出发前如当兵一样化脸伪装。虽是半夜，相互激励，都很亢奋。由服过役的青年分组引领，沿路与弟弟妹妹们分享交流。在阿哈赖照顾智障和贫困青年，正要服役的夏哈也来帮忙。
We must to take care of them. Because my life, my country, it's their country too, and we need to help each other.
Do you think to take care of those young people is easy? It's not easy.
It's not easy, of course it's not easy. It's exhausting. But,
exhausting?
Yes. For example, all this week I slept 4 hours a day.
What kind of a job you want to?
I can't tell this. It's secret.
Okay.
这上面大概有60公斤到80公斤，动作很多样，但目的只有一个，就是团结。
从耶路撒冷郊区出发，穿过社区进山区，他们从几年前低学习成就变得更有学习的热情。
War, I Israel.
Yes, perfect.
I know. I'm good with languages. I learn fast.
Okay.
How again?
He's bad with the girls. Very bad. Take him.
We
single.
We, I, Israel. War, I, Israel.
Yes.
War, I, Masoud al-Walid.
沿线崎岖又滑，多半是高低起伏的石头地，相互顶住，才不会全部都摔倒。团结激发很多潜能。
Do you feel tired?
No, I feel wonderful, so happy, and I want to continue to do it. Be careful.
做很多活动在一起，不用吵架，需要合作。
一路到天亮。
Hello, Taiwan. Now we are walking. We are still walking. We are still.
各组以担架为中心，不时互助，保持队形。不断变换速度，还有各种体能挑战。继续在不同地形间有假设突发状况要因应。
We have a lot of enemies under our country, and we need to save her.
קדימה, קדימה.
Estamos después de כזאת.
תלפיות, יש לי שאלה!
מה השאלה?
מי משוגע?
המון משוגע!
מי משוגע?
המון משוגע!
מי משוגע?
夜游变晨跑，逐渐接近目的地赫茨尔山墓园。这里安葬以色列先贤先烈。最激励的一刻来临，总统高龄90岁的裴瑞兹和教育部长都来表示对大家的看重。
אני יודע שלא כולם באו מבתי עשירים או מבתי מפונקים, אבל רבים מכם נהיו מהנדסים ונהיו רופאים ונהיו קצינים ונהיו מפקדים. תאמינו לי, אין כמוכם ואין כמו ארץ ישראל. בשבילי זו חוויה גדולה מאוד לראות אתכם, כולכם מתנדבים, כולכם באתם בעיר צעיר, כולכם מוכנים לשרת. אני שומע שיש לנו משבר כספי באוצר. הם פשוט לא יודעים שהאוצר האמיתי נמצא כאן, לא בבנקים. אל תשכחו את זה. אני מברך אתכם על אשר באתם, אשר יש בכם רצון טוב, אשר באמת יש לכם רצון לשפר את המדינה, לשפר את עצמכם.
以色列多样的服役预备活动固然来自绝处逢生的危机感， 但是军队能经营到大家相信服役可以充实心智，也是引人乐于投入的诱因。这让人从年幼学习乐在相互成全，也是许多国民的共同记忆。
当然，台湾环境和以色列很不一样。但志愿役对年轻人来说，似乎少了奉献和热忱，反而比较像报考公务员般，只求一份稳定的工作。下个星期，我们要走进以色列的家家户户，来感受他们对保家卫国的使命感。各位观众朋友，晚安，我是黄明明，欢迎收看今天晚上的独立特派员节目。在每年的国庆大典上，宪兵机车连跟三军仪队都是最受瞩目的焦点。今年更特别的是，司仪在台上帮忙宣传，希望有更多人加入三军仪队。看得出来，为了号召年轻人从军，国防部是费尽了心思，包括呢还特别规划了一个叫做全志愿役实验部队。这个部队的宿舍跟大家印象当中的大通铺是完全不同，每个阿兵哥都配备有一床、一桌、一柜，房间里面有空调、有网路，还开放使用智慧型手机。那么大家呢白天操课，到了晚上可以自己选择要休闲、进修，甚至照顾家庭，完全颠覆了传统的当兵生活。那么，独立特派员从上个星期开始播出了以色列国防军的系列报道，他们的青少年抢着上当兵补习班，以争取进入战斗部队，连女生也不例外。今天我们的镜头要继续深入有名的卡拉卡部队，这是一个不折不扣的第一线战斗部队，里面65%都是女生。他们没有性别上的特权，一样要背着背包打靶跑步，在地上又翻又滚，而且必须要在战斗部队里面待上3年的时间。根据他们主管的观察，以色列的女兵能够担当将近90%男性的任务，靠的不是壮硕的体型，而是用心、用智慧去达到体能的极限。
以色列一个社区，妈妈们准备晚会，欢送要入伍的青年。
First of all, I think that there's a lot of soldiers. If the situation was different and they wouldn't go to the army, they would be unemployed after. They would be without any training. They would be lost in space. Really.
对女性而言，当兵不是遥不可及。
Did you get the military service?
Yeah,
yes,
of course. When Israel was just established on 1948, women did everything like men. It was really, then it was a state of mind that women is equal to the men, and they really did everything like men.
There are difference, of course. Yeah, we know that, but a lot of things women can do better than men.
Of course, women are better than men.
以国研究，女性可担当近90%男人担任的任务。
Maybe because Israel's women are very stronger than Taiwan, so they can take the machine gun.
No, it's not that. It's not training. That. Yeah. They learn how to do it.
Yeah.
But it's first of all, it's a state of mind.
Yeah.
First of all, like we said about what we are talking about knowledge and about skills. But first of all, it's a state of mind.
华人社会传统说“好男不当兵”，以色列觉得人人当兵才会成好男好女。
And I think one of the ways of the army to help for better communication in Israel, for attitudes
and values
is one of these ways.
从欢送活动就显现，服役被看成多么荣耀有价值。
more
天将黑，家长切西瓜手不嫌酸，还有糕点和布置插花，年轻人一起帮忙。这位父亲是职业牙医，也来布置，已经这样送过前4个孩子。
It's their party. The children who are going next year, the families preparing everything, but it's not our party. My daughter, next year, she will go to the army. Next year, to my daughter, the children who is going between 2 years to the army will prepare to my daughter.
许多犹太社区都曾遭遇过攻击。这个社区过去40年已经被杀害25位民众，危机感依然很高。一位妈妈拿前一天报纸给我们看。
Summer camp of the Hamas in Gaza yesterday, and that's what they do in the summer camp. They learn how to go through fire and so on. Here, the children, it's not soldiers, it's children. And that's what they do in the summer camp. They're training. 每位入伍青年有段影片介绍成长历程，因为是社区，许多影像与邻居有交集，引来回响。接下来，家长致辞勉励。 What he said is that our parents promised us there won't be any wars anymore and the army won't be needed. But it didn't work like they wanted, and we promised our children there won't be any wars anymore, but we didn't succeed either. And we wish our children that they will be able to promise their children there won't be any wars and the army won't be needed, and that's what we hope will be. But meanwhile, they have to go to the army and to keep them well, and we are all very worried about it, but they have to go.
这首歌常在这项活动听到。
When a small bird leaving the nest, the house of the bird, and she say goodbye. She leaving.
It's a very good experience for the children.
And then
when they finish, they grow up in 10 or 20 years. They're very. It's a very good experience.
有的孩子受测成绩让家长自豪。
One from 1,000 children, only one go to pass the test, and he's one of them. And he doesn't want. He said it doesn't make sense that my friends will go to fight and I will sit on the computer.
想到自己以前接纳孩子的想法。
Mother and father want the son back home, but the son want to do things for the nation, want to be a fighter. So, but he's like his friends. All of the teenagers in Israel, they know what the meaning of a new country and take care of the nation, like I was when I was in his age. That's the atmosphere in Israel. Everybody should give everything for the country.
社区为每位青年预备礼物，唱名领取，彼此祝福。广利礼物一大包。今年因社区有小孩到美国进行肾脏手术，大家节约来帮那一家付医药费。
healthy and so on, and it's
不止男生服役意愿得尊重，发挥所长，女生也是。 罗恩的妈妈得意地在旁欣赏活动，爸爸则滑手机介绍爱女。
We defend the country. Defend the country. This is what important in our.
罗恩将担任战斗部队武术教官，全国仅2位女生考取这种职缺，这么年轻，怎么叫得动大家呢？
It's not easy, but we did it.
这似乎不是问题。以国制度，他入伍后先有4个月学习当军中老师。来到他成长的社区运动中心，一旁还是小不点的孩子在踢足球，就可感受到重视运动和积极的态度。运动馆内，许多小朋友如同8年前的罗恩在习武，小小年纪就拳头伏地挺身。这是空手道的一种，风行于1964年以后的日本，对于防身特别有效。后来引进为以色列国防军战斗武术，并按需要不断变化更新。罗恩来了，是这里的大姐头。先来段单独示范，接着开始对练。这时高手陆续抵达，他们和学了8年的罗恩都是这位启蒙教练。
Through the training, you become strong. Strong not only physically. Martial art is for the heart and for the mind. So as she grew up, her character became strong and stable. Through that, she will teach others. She will teach in the IDF, special units, men. It's not that she will teach only girls. For us, it's a big honor, and I'm very happy with her. I hope that what she will give is mainly spirit, because fighting is not about technique. Technique anybody can get, but spirit of the heart, that's the main thing for a soldier, for a fighter, we all know. But spirit is a substance inside that will help you to do your best in every field.
尤其对战斗部队，还寄望他协助提升心智调控素养。
So through her explanation, they will have the ability to fight in the right moment. When they will see the enemy exactly, they can push the trigger in the right time and do the job in the best way, which is when you look at the weapon is not the important thing. The human being, the fighter behind is the most important. So through martial art, you develop a fighting spirit, which will help you to fight in the right moment in the good way against the opponent, against the enemy.
罗恩不但与师弟对练，还有以色列现役的武术教官相互挑战。接着练夺刀格斗，要连续攻击制服对方，然后迅速脱离危险场域。尤其注意不要给对方可乘之机。女生夺刀持续攻击动作一样很快，可见耐力和意志要强。今天是入伍前最后一次来练习场，明明已经很累了，还要给罗恩一个难忘的结尾，一口气连续对付4周的同修。要教别人耐心的罗恩，这下子得无喘息的先考验自己。终于结束。
She was also very exciting and very happy. Everybody loves her and congratulate her to the next step in her life, the army.
Very cool. So did she in home teach you some martial arts? Careful.
武术教官是女性从军的职缺之一。其实，晚近在以色列正全力扩展女性服役发挥所长的机会。
I personally really want to be in Karakal, which is a special unit for boys and girls that serve and fight for the country. The army is not only a place to fight and stuff like this, it's a place where you learn about yourself. It's a place where, but that's what I believe I can do best to help the country and just be who I am.
来到南部沙漠的蔡岭营区，不时听到战斗机勤练呼啸而过的声音。气温接近40度，多数的休息区仍然是搭帐篷。
This is the Dead Sea and this is the Red Sea. This is the frontier.
驻军南部埃及边境的卡拉卡部队正在打靶。工具箱不华丽，但实用俱全。卡拉卡的意思是狞猫。这个营65%是女生，是不折不扣的第一线战斗部队。女生本来服役2年，加入战斗部队要3年，薪水仍然相同。
Salary is not the issue. It's not the issue. It's like it's doing things for your country. It's make the best out of you to go out to expose.
女生打第一线是否畏惧操劳呢？过来人觉得不是问题。
But if there are women soldiers that are fighters, they don't carry the most heavy. You know, they have different kinds of weapons.
But the main soldier will complain every time. I have why you?
But even in every unit of men, you have one that takes the very big one, and the else or three, but not everyone.
他们拿的是以色列研发的 Pafo 突击步枪，打靶采限时连续变换姿态方式进行，靶图也务实，用人像靶。带队官说，为了确保战力，他们每星期打靶1次，一来靶场就是打1天，练习机会充裕。每次射击前都花时间好好讨论，以便训练资源有效运用。
הם רשאים לבד. אם זה מצב שאתם לא מזהים, גם כן לקרוא למפקד, אולי ואיכשהו זה תקלה ייחודה, יורים אך ורק עם התמים, אם מישהו נופל הטעם, גדל, נפל איזו ציבור. אמרתי אמין. לא אמרתי שלא אמרת. אמרתי זה מה שעושים. אז כמו שדנילה. שהיד שלך לא תיכנס בתוך הרצועה. גם אחד ראש.
大家年龄相近，易于沟通，表示改进意见时人人平等，参与感很高。一次打靶限时1分35秒，连续变换姿势。许多人抢着要来这个部队，所以彼此共识高，进取心强。以色列没有军官学校，官都是当过兵选优而来。女性在中低阶军官已达全军的半数，督导方式少有否定或责难消遣，总是设法正向鼓励。
סממן לאיך שאנחנו נראים מאז שהגענו לקרקע. מטבח כזה בחיים לא נראה ככה בהכשרה, בחיים. אני לא צריכה לפתוח לכם שעונים ולהגיד לכם אתם טירונים בשביל שסטנדרטים יהיו גבוהים. אנחנו ברמתנו המפקדים השקענו, עשינו, ארגנו הכל, משילוט שהוא נראה כמו... לא רוצה להגיד איזה... מי שעכשיו... אז לשחק עם זה עד שתראו, ושתראה, תראו. מי שעכשיו במטבח לא יוצא, לא נכנס,
基础训练扎实，彼此信任，不浪费时间去数弹壳。但靶台助教会一一检查每一位士兵清枪确实。指挥者说，这正用到女性细心的长处。从故障排除到为了精益求精、评估涉及缺点改正，都能包办。这又用到女性善于安慰和有耐心的长处。接着又是一轮限时射击。什么都自己来，以便熟练。凝聚力教育好，也不用录影防人偷子弹。目标是8发中8发。背包如实战一样负重不离身，快速变换姿势来用枪。接着开始吹气球，调整靶型。
Two heads and one balloon in the center, which is like a hostage scenario. And the idea is not to hit the balloon. Just for you to understand what you're gonna.
Don't hit the balloon.
Don't hit the balloon. Yeah.
Balloon is not target.
It's not target. It's not target. It's a hostage.
步靶也自己来。还不能让人质和敌人有太大距离，要摆得合乎实情的位置。
Terrorist?
Yeah.
And this?
No terrorist.
No terrorist.
No.
And we need shoot in the terrorist. No terrorist. מצב קריאה עבור, כנראה מול מטרות. מצב קריאה עבור, כנראה מול מטרות.
接着注意听身后助教忽然下口令，及时反应射击。还是要中靶，而不能够中飘动的气球。这样打靶不是特技部队，而是一般部队。
אימון פרקטי של לוחמים וספציפית גם לוחמות זה להתעסק בהרבה, יש לנו 3 דברים שאנחנו מתעסקים בהם. אנחנו מתעסקים בכושר, אנחנו מתעסקים בכלייה, שזה מה שאנחנו עושים עכשיו, ובסדאות, בלהבין את השטח, בלדעת לשרוד בשטח, לקרוא אותו ולדעת להעריך טוב מול האויב. 3 הדברים האלה זה מה שמרכיבים לוחם, ובדברים האלה אנחנו מתעסקים באימונים. קרקל זה גדוד ייחודי, לוחם של בנים ובנות, היחיד במינו בעולם. גדוד לוחם כל דבר. אנחנו מתאמנים, עושים הכשרה של כחצי שנה כשרק מתגייסים, ואז משם מתפתחים למפקדים, או למחלקות כמו שאנחנו עכשיו. הייחודיות שבנות מביאות למקצוע, מביאות הרבה סבלנות, חשיבה שונה, הרבה מוטיבציה, שזה הכי קריטי, שעם מוטיבציה אפשר להצליח הרבה דברים שבן אדם עם הרבה יכולות לא יצליח. ביחד עם זה יש גם הרבה בנות עם יכולות שוות. הבנים מרוויחים מהבנות, הבנות מרוויחות כמובן מהבנים, שמבחינה של לוחם בן כמעט ותמיד יהיה יותר טוב. אנחנו מנסות לגשר על הפער הזה.
务实打靶一直延续到演习，还是如此。累积大量女性从军经验，以国发现女性有优势，例如当边境以机器人代替巡防，由女兵监控荧幕。
I don't know, I mean, women lot of time, are better to pay more attention in some things and to be and to go to details much more.
在加沙边境这种意外攻击威胁多的地方，比男人更能安慰士兵。
Because we're more sensitive, I think women in general are more sensitive, but I think I use this, boys officers or boys at all doesn't have this sensitivity.
You can see here some.
为了让女性在军中发挥能力，并且提供适合的工作环境，国防部设专门主管女性事务的部门，主管编接少将、旅长级，在重要国防会议都占有一席。从照顾怀孕、性骚扰到增加战斗力等独特与女性相关或女性觉得重要的事务，都是业务范围。研究女性战斗兵健康的需要。
First of all, they check, they make a very deep check and research if some posts is possible to open to women, and then they make all the adaptation needed for the woman to serve. Or the equipment and even the food to the woman physiology. Remember I told you about the new vest? There was developed because the men can more strong the shoulders and the woman in the hips. So that's the kind of answers.
再来是内部沟通改善。
They feel shame. They feel that they done something wrong to make this happen to them. השיטה שלנו להגיע לכל הצבא, לחיילים, לחיילות ומפקדים, זה שיש...
They have the phone number and they have the instructions to go and to complain or to ask for help or to ask for any special care. And it's totally discreet. Nobody else has to know, not even your direct commander.
再来是女性阶敌的安全考量。
ויש לנו חיילות וחיילים שנמצאים במערבים גם יום, יומיים ושלושה.
Frontiers of the state of Israel. Most of their service, all their service, they do inside of our borders.
בגבולות.
First of all, in the borders, but not in the other side of the war. Enemy lines, they will. And everything that is dangerous to a woman is dangerous to a man can also get raped, a man can also get kidnapped. We had Gilad Shalit kidnapped 5 years, and he's a man. So men and women have the same risks when they're going to through the enemy lines.
每个基层部队都有一名女性事务人员，每一年向高阶男性军官宣导关于尊重女性新研究的建议，让部队管理科学化。
Need or don't need, so they can really choose where to put their energies and what jobs need to be done. Okay, they don't do that just for what she feels, for what we feel. They have a research branch that tells them here is weak, here is strong, here we need to advise, here not.
Yeah.
So this is your standard shoes.
Yeah. Oh, it's only this kind of sandals, one kind of sandals.
以色列军队管理不拘小节，可以涂单色的指甲油。当兵若不在战斗部队，许多人穿凉鞋上班，因为研究显示，非战备时大家不喜欢穿战斗靴办公或上街。这一点就从善如流。
In America, in Israel, the service is mandatory. So the Americans, they need to attract the soldiers, and we just need to keep our soldiers happy.
It's really, it's so combined in our life. You can't even separate it and think.
Mm-hmm. And it's more than this because it's not only that we were in the army,
but our
children are in the army or were in the army or will be in the army. And that's also part of our life for many years.
军中近半数是女性，不但增强了国家防卫能力，也创造国民共同经验凝聚价值，成为国家永续发展的原动力。
除了刚才看到的战斗部队之外，以色列国防军也有教育部队。当阿兵哥回归民间，也把军中的理念带回社会，产生很大的影响。独立特派员下个星期将会有更多精彩的报道。现在我们先休息一会儿，稍后马上回来。各位 位观众朋友，晚安，我是黄明明，欢迎收看今天晚上的独立特派员节目。金门大二胆开放观光的计划峰回路转，行政院最新宣布，国军将不会全部从大二胆撤出，未来还是会继续留下部分的兵力，而且只有局部开放参观。这项发展或许显示了政府仍然重视金门的国防功能。但是在过去几十年以来，国军和军人的形象经常遭到冲击。尤其是在洪仲丘事件发生之后，军中士气更是滑落到最低点。而独立特派员尝试从跟台湾过去一样实施征兵制的以色列，寻找一些值得我们参考的做法。在以色列，国防军把军队当成国民教育的一部分，里头特别成立了教育部队，除了要求年轻人报效国家之外，同时也照顾他们就学、成家立业，让大家可以安心当兵。另外呢，军队也向处在社会边缘的少男少女伸出援手，鼓励他们将功赎罪，这样子在退伍之前就可以申请清除掉先前所有的犯罪记录。投身军旅，让年轻人有机会扭转自己的命运，军队也成为教育的一环。
以色列国防军一支由伊斯兰背景少数民族德鲁兹族为主的部队，在戈兰高地演习。地形起伏，多石头，行进辛苦，仍然迅速移动打实弹。他们现在所在进行的一个演习，是在模拟黎巴嫩境内的一个地形，所以在战车往前走，是为了要进攻这个山头。他们最终的目的，今天的演习是要把这个山头给控制下来。弹脚点距离侧翼人员颇近，能演习到这样，表示不同背景来当兵的克服沟通和互信挑战。尤其2天没睡了。
It's very good. I'm very tired from all the exercises. On the other hand, I'm really glad that my soldiers did really good in a really hard exercise, and I see them in their best situation.
If you are Arab or Druze or Bedouin, I think the IDF is the most equal system in Israel, because everyone put uniform and you will succeed because of what you are, what you do, not because of how many money your father had in his account.
全民服义务役，接收各样人，究竟如何融为一条心，又能各自发挥所长？为这种理想设教育部队，不仅增强国防，还让许多青年人人生翻转。以色列新兵报道中心，除本地青年，还有陆续从海外回来响应犹太复国回归的人。报道不仅要厘清青年能为国家做什么，也要了解军队能为青年做什么。
Separately, there's a department that's the social work department. Your entire army service and before your army service, you have a social worker who helps you with your economic issues you may have at home, so they can determine if there's certain conditions you should be given, different salaries, things to make sure that your army service is best fitting to your home situation.
这彰显国家对经营军队的期待。
The vision of the IDF, like Ben Gurion, our founder, put it in the beginning was it's the army of the people, and we said, and our slogan of the education corps is the people build the army, build the people. It's a circle.
因此，希望服役历程，人人品格和能力都进步。
So we want every Israeli will feel that the army give you the opportunity to succeed just because of your potential.
教育部队正为落实这个社会使命而有多样课程与活动。首先重视价值教育，带新兵读圣经，说明锡安主义。又到耶路撒冷大屠杀纪念馆认识犹太流亡历史。邀请大屠杀幸存者分享故事，以珍惜今日落脚可贵和处境威胁。
You like photographs?
又从二战历史延伸到今日处境，思辨如何有所为，有所不为。
I'm right here. I'm right here. I was a platoon sergeant. This is a paratroop unit. We were training on the Golan Heights. The Israeli army, we take very seriously dilemmas, more dilemmas, and the fact that we're in a conflict, a day-to-day conflict, not only with different militias, Hezbollah, Hamas, others, but with a Palestinian population that's a civilian population. How do you decide who is a friend, who is a foe? What do you do? And these are issues that, as my children who have served in the IDF, and us as reservists, how do we react? What do we do? These are things we talk about all the time.
为了教育，还到2次大战犹太人被虐待屠杀的波兰奥许威茨集中营办活动。
A ground mission with 180 officers, and as we finished the ground ceremony, the 3 F-15s flew over. Very moving. I was one of the 4 professional guides on that trip. So I was there. That was his dream. As a commander, a brigadier general in the Israeli army, in the Israeli Air Force, he wanted to fly in the lead F-15 over that death camp. Symbolic gesture that today Jews are not defenseless.
冲突常来自无法沟通。教育部队为来自多达27国回归青年编组4个学生连，3个月学希伯来文之后才下部队。
How old was I when I came here? I was 19, and now I'm 20.
So only 1 year?
Yeah, I've not even a year. 10 months here.
What do you expect in military?
What do I expect?
In army?
I don't know. I didn't really plan out how it'll be. I just hope to be in a combat unit, and I just expected to learn Hebrew because, you know, it's the language of the army, the country, so you need to know. So I expected to come to this course, this Hebrew course.
For the army, it's learning the language of the army because, like outside, you can speak English in the country, but you have to learn like to speak a very good Hebrew to be here with every soldier and everything like that. And it's the most difficult thing I think here for me.
My way, make it fun, make it to do all kinds of special activities, make it interesting. We do all kinds of games, memory games, word games, all kinds of stuff. We learn also songs and stories in Hebrew, and we sometimes take a different place to teach or all kinds of stuff.
又为入伍前学历较低或失学的新兵进行3到5个月补习教育，达到高中程度。特别重视战斗兵科士兵补习机会，可以外出让民间老师上课，以致将来有到一流大学读书的盼望。还负责帮助每一年约1500位社会边缘少女成立15个连队。
And they have lower data. Sometimes they were involved in criminal. They have criminal record. Sometimes they're coming from rough life and from lower status and family that had a lot of economical problem. Service will be in our base and will help her to deal with her problem better.
但找哪些学者专家负责这么有挑战的工作呢？其实都是18、19岁的服役青年。从新兵征求有使命感、自愿奉献者，目前多数是女性。
Some of them are older than me. They are smarter than me. They are more educated and more experienced.
If they criticize you, how do you react to them? Because you say they are more intelligent, more older than you.
They usually don't. They appreciate what we do, most of them.
They are most of them female. They are NCO.
We saw that.
Yeah, they are so talented. They are the most talented women in Israel. They are coming from the very highest part of the Israeli society, and after 3-month course, they know how to teach Hebrew. They know how to teach all the subjects for high school diploma.
So
like
they are training
English,
3 months.
mathematics. Yeah, the data will show you that we succeed well and even better than the civilian system, to teach Hebrew. Why? First of all, because they are talented. Second, because they are very motivated and they are always in the army. They don't have families. They don't have other. They are all in this. And I think one major reason that we are succeeding in all our program, it's the fact that the army give you self-respect.
为了鼓励向上，甚至让青年可以在退伍前3个月申请清除犯罪记录的机会。
You can come here to the education corps commander, the brigadier general, and he will mark his criminal data.
So this is true.
Yeah, he will erase. He will erase. He will write a sentence to the President of Israel, Peres, and he will mark his. He is the only one by law they can erase the criminal data.
因着被接纳、信任、重建自我，至少有7位这种士兵后来留营，成为杰出指挥官。
Now we have a platoon commander, which in Golani Brigade, which is he start his service with 24 criminal files.
这种制度影响不止个人。
His son, because he succeed, he go in all these courses. Okay, as his child will not need to go through what he go through in his life.
教育部队不仅养成新兵，还配属所有部队，协助指挥官规划训练，增强士兵独立判断和变通能力。האחד והיחיד
they will come and they will make a dilemma situation, and the soldier will need to talk with the commander of what doing in this situation.
以色列军队认为，指挥官必须学习成为优秀的教育家。
In every complicated situation that we have in the army, the education corps will be involved as an advisor to the commander how to deal with it. Because we believe it's not just a matter of power. It's a matter of thinking. It's a matter of soul. So we bring every complicated. If soldier doing bad thing, we are look for the roots, why they are acting like this.
There is all of the.
为了对基层士兵看重，还有网络交流和士兵意见反映管道。
No, it's open chat. Not there is a call center. There is a lot of soldier is doing the telephone call, and I answer the Facebook, answer the text message. We send the text message to the soldiers, not the soldier before the soldiers, in the internet, in the mailing. We understand that this is the best way to talk with the children.
并且定期公布士兵意见和改进的建议。例如媒体报道，一年统计共有6000封申诉信，其中有兵抱怨铁穹部队的长官说脏话太多，军方则指出军官说脏话是缺乏领导能力的表现，会要干部检讨改进。教育部队除了部队内服务，还有外展服务，担任国外反国犹太人的导览，辅导弱势小孩读书。到社区陪伴老人家。
My son is a pilot.
For what kind of airplane?
Apache.
Oh, Apache.
So I know because his training was 3 years. Okay, 3 years training. But part of the training, not a lot, but some days, every year, they went to do something. And not of this, they had to find by themselves what they want to do.
For the community.
For the community. And they did it. And it's, it's values. That's values. What values? It's not only talk about it, it's to do.
You take a young man or a young woman at the age of 17 out of a civilian atmosphere and put them in a military atmosphere where the rules and regulations are very clear-cut. And you have to give them the values in a way that they will both experience them, understand them, and perform according to those standards. I think we have a good way, and this is how we actually do it, to make the civilians that come into the army, by the time they leave their mandatory military service, a better civilian for the state of Israel.
You have the estimation of being an Israeli. You get the credit of being in the army, and you get also the opportunity when you come, once you come out, to get the job, because people here still are looking at you, asking you, what did you do in the army?
编入后备部队，随时变装开赴基地。约书亚将军住在北部边境，今年到荷兰进修农业，开办农场。太太是物理治疗专家，宅院还有节能治疗池。害怕随时因战争失去吗？正因部队有能力应战而安居。他是后备部队主要规划者。
Reserve alignment is always and probably always will be about 75% of the IDF forces. Each squadron you will find about 60% of reserve pilots.
后备分低、中、高3种威胁评估因应，自行报到取装备赴前线。
It determines two important things: the level of readiness. It means the level of professional readiness, training, operational knowledge. That there is no any reduction between a compulsory unit or regular unit to reserve unit.
后备地面部队每年回训1个月，飞行员也回训，且频率更高。
This is the custom. This is the custom. They are coming for a day in a week or day in 10 days, something like this, because in order to keep qualification, they have to fly. There is no any simulation that can replace it from home, because you are flying both technically and missionary.
将军说，后备部队运作不错，固然有法律依据，但还有比法律更高的动能。
The first is the belief. We call it Zionism. This is the way that I have to keep security of my state, and I believe that I have to do it. This is the Zionism of this century. The second is brotherhood, the commitment to your friends in the unit, the commitment to your commander. I know that statistically, most of the soldiers will tell you that the commitment is the first measure. I'm coming for my friends, even I don't like this and this, and I have difficulties.
"重视训练和务实预备的理念，从军队延伸一贯到民间。在比尔舒瓦医院教育中心，正在上的课是照顾编组。
Lebanon II war. Most of the families go away, and all the elderly stay in their homes. They was alone. Nobody was there. So they come to bring them even toothbrush and everything, yes, because they was alone in the shelter. They don't know what happened outside, just hear the booms.
和国防军一样，认为器材技术是其次，价值观和沟通能力才是基础。大家在特色佳肴共识，拉近距离，彼此了解，还有同理心课程。
In the war of '73, it was he actually came alive from the war, but he lost a lot of his friends, and he actually lives every day the war of '73 because and he never was treated about it, and it came out on this special day. How they can understand what does it mean for somebody, for an old people, to lose his eyesight. What does it mean?
If you can understand the other person, can feel that you understand him, so he can talk with you, and it will be good for him, actually for both of you. But now we are talking about the elderly, so it's contribute to his איך אומרים רווחה נפשית?
Well-being.
For his well-being.
军队培训扎实，退伍行情好，衍生相关行业多，如保全。从招募训练到协助客户风险评估和维安布局都有，搭上国际市场潮流。
American Army employs 60,000 private contractors that works for the army. That means that the tasks for forces, for police are too much. They are not able to do like safety, public safety, criminal activities, and at the same time to protect supermarkets, to protect public transportation. It takes too much. It takes too much effort. It takes too much manpower, and also the need to pay so many salaries is not. It's not anymore common. So you take in private companies in Israel. All the security is privatized.
In questo dimostrativo video vengono rilevate per la prima volta fuori
不只把保
Israele
全
le
当成
tecniche
份
del
领薪
metodo
水，
Ashita.
天天有闲差杀时间，还能将知识转化变通。
Training a soldier, you got time. Most of the countries, a soldier comes to the army, joining the army, he got 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 2 years, makes no difference. It's in terms of years. When you're privatizing security, then it's a question of money. And when the money involved, then you want to shorten the time of training the people. And obviously, you have to put them into task as soon as possible. So now courses are starting for 1 week into 2 months or 3 months. That's the maximum in a private business.
工作情境也与战场不同，四周良民，其中可能有个恐怖分子。只有基本武器的保全要有足够训练，从正确拔枪开始。
Minimum move, maximum damage. Okay? Minimum move, maximum damage. Ready? Go! And down!
枪管都填上塑胶色管，以免误伤。
Go! Change!
要能单手用扳机，也能退弹夹。
Go!
虽然技术教育严谨，但如国防军一样，艾丽还是强调训练从内在灵性开始。
Even untrained person can shoot very accurate. You see, very accurate. You're doing some kind of civil work. You're coming every day to work. You're wearing civil uniforms, and all of a sudden things are changing. Okay, and the changes are very traumatic. So you have to act in a very, you have to change. In a very short time, and from normal environment, you're going into all of a sudden in seconds into psychotic situation, which is totally not normal. So for them to encounter in a supermarket a terrorist, a suicider, or somebody taking out weapons in a hotel or in the street, you need people that can transfer from service people into fighters, combative. That's why we're training first. We're dealing with spirit. Spirit is most important thing, and then comes the techniques.
以色列立国理念，国际间看法歧异，但军队训练和人民意志使国防强大，人才济济，无疑可供其他小国求生借鉴反思。
以色列政府对军队投注相当大的教育成本，训练出国家精英。有很多阿兵哥一退伍就是各界抢着要的人才。以色列的做法跟成效或许值得台湾参考。现在我们先休息一会儿，马上回来看其他报道。